All right, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. We're doing November 15th through like the 21st. We're in the final week of Scorpio season. We've got a full moon lunar eclipse on the 19th, right? So that's pretty impressive. I think this is going to be the most intense week. Energetically, there's a lot going on. It's good for starting to feel like there's a momentum though, right? There's like some energy, like Mars is involved, Mercury's involved, the sun and the moon. We're building a lot of tense energy in the fixed signs with oppositions and squares in the astrology. So it's really a great place. It's a little heavy, not gonna lie. As we conclude Scorpio season, it is a season that has meant that, there was probably some people, places, and situations that have probably already left our lives or have made themselves known to us that it's time to maybe let some of that stuff go. Maybe there's some old patterns, some old emotions that have come up during the last few weeks in Scorpio season that you kind of been sitting with and realizing that staying in those old thoughts and staying with those old people or staying in those old jobs or whatever it is, right, for you, is just going to keep you circling around in a place that you just like don't belong anymore, I feel like is kind of how I'm feeling. And in Aquarius, I think this is the week where everything just kind of comes to a head astrologically, and it's like you're presented with some choices, right? And so wherever you are in that plan, like maybe you've already like purged some people and things. Like this could be purging your closets and drawers. I mean, like, let's be real. It doesn't have to be like major life moves, but it could be, right? It's like you've decided to start putting your resume out. You've started to look for new housing. You've started to make at least a mental plan to take action steps. Like you're planning at this point to bring yourself into like something new, right? So that kind of an energy. I'm using Chris Ann, Light Seers and Muse Tarot. And at the bottom of the decks, I think every single sign has gotten the Wheel of Fortune. Literally, I believe every single sign that I've done a reading for has gotten the Wheel of Fortune in one of the two decks. And it's shown prominently in every single reading. This is fate. This is destiny. Like, this is just what happens when we get to this astrology. Like, there's no, I can't even make it up. I shuffle these cards really, really well, and they just keep coming out. So it just is what it is. It's meant to be. It's fated. It's destined. And you're stepping into your Empress. You're stepping into a creative place, an illuminated place. It's a very divine, it's a very divine destiny. It's like the universe wants to gift you, like, wants to show you and provide for you, right? It wants you to step into your own power and your own, creative feminine energy, right? Like the wheel is turning. You are destined to become a higher version of yourself. And so this is the overall energy. So in the first scene, we see the Lovers, and it's clarified by 4 of Inspiration, which is Wands, 4 of Emotions, which are Cups, and the Sun. So harmony, sixes and fours, right? Clearly the universe is gifting you a very wonderful illumination on, what is going to bring you into the situation, the relationships, and the circumstances, right, in your life. Are you recognizing what a beautiful gift is in front of you? And I don't say that lightly. Like, here's the thing, like, let's get real. Sometimes it's really hard in our day-to-day life to keep in a positive frame of mind, right? Like, sometimes it's hard. Like, I'm not even about to be all like, hey, it's happy and joyful and you're about to meet the love of your life and it's going to be great. You're going to have an awesome house and like 20 kids and like everything's going to be so awesome. Like, no, like, I'm not even trying to say that. I'm saying, like, it's hard to be grateful every day when you wake up and you have to, like, get up and go to work at the same old crappy job, like, and you have to come home to the same old, like, crappy apartment, or you're driving the same old crappy car, like, you have to eat the same old crappy food, or, like, right? I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer either, but I'm just saying, in contrast, that with the lovers, it's a choice. It's a choice every single day to let the light shine in on those old ways of thinking, those old, like, victim mentalities that frankly we all struggle with, right? Like, being grateful that we live in a wonderful place, that we have options in our life, that we have the ability to make the decisions, that we have the ability to breathe the air, that we have the ability to go and be in the sun, that we could even step out into the sun, because some people can't, they're confined indoors and they can't even go outside. So it's kind of a big deal, right? And it takes strength. It does. It takes strength to recognize the beauty sometimes around us, and to recognize that even when we're faced with difficulty and challenges and change, it just change itself takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength and a lot of patience, right? And we're learning that we don't find happiness in external things, right? That happiness comes from within. And so there's a strength and a perseverance and a choice to find that peace and to find that love within ourselves. That's kind of the challenge. And the Seven of Wands, in some decks, you would say, stand your ground and be stubborn and all this kind of stuff. But, like, I really feel like the Seven of Wands is just her just chilling out and really just going within, connecting to spirit, connecting into her quiet center, and putting down all the wands, right? Putting down all the wands. And we had 3 cards come out for this, so I kept them all, because the Hermit definitely, I feel like the Hermit definitely like reiterates that message, especially next to Strength, where we're still in this last week of Scorpio season. We're still in this place of like coming into this harmonious balance within ourselves. Two of Emotions, Page of Emotions, recognizing the gift, recognizing our own inner voice, right? Our own guidance, coming into alignment within ourselves. Again, we can't depend on people, places, and things outside of ourselves to provide us with happiness, to provide us with a sense of well-being. We can't fill up our heart space with material things, with external things, with relationships, with people, right? No one can fill up that space except for us. And so I feel like that's where Aquarius, like the crux of this message is for you, is you're being guided to drop all of the seeking after the next new thing, the new bright shiny object, the new job, the new relationship, the new person, like constantly searching for the next thing. Look at you, the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Knight of Swords, which is the Knight of Voices in this deck, and the Queen of Voices. So you've got the Knight and the Queen of Swords. It's like this message, it's like you're running away from this, or there's like a back and forth. It's like, you know that your peace is internal, that it's like inside of you, right? That you're not going to find it someplace else. But there's this other part of you that wants to resist all that. And so the Queen is coming in to say, and to look, see how she's looking. She's looking at both of these scenes, this scene and this scene. And she is like, I need to balance. Like, I need to mentally balance my head and my heart, right? I need to take the appropriate action to get what I want. This 9 of Cups, right? There has to be a coming together, a unification with this Lovers, a balancing between the way that I think about my own happiness, the way that I think about my own desires, and what would bring me into happiness. Because maybe what you were thinking before, Aquarius, maybe what you were thinking was going to bring you happiness, it's like now you're sort of getting this illumination that's coming in. You're getting the message, and it's coming in quickly. And these old disappointments, right? Because we've all done that, right? We've all looked outside of ourselves for our fulfillment, and it's always disappointing, isn't it? It's like just when you think you want something and then you get that thing and you're like, oh, no, that wasn't it. I don't want that. Just like you're coming into this new idea of what would really fulfill you. And that's happening here. There's this coming into your own heart center, coming into your own wisdom. You know, there's an illumination. The wheel is turning because you're tapping into your own Empress energy. This is your own creativity. This is an inside job here. And it is a choice with the two of emotions, right? There's a balancing act that's going on here. So, yeah, we got resistance and angel assistance. And I think, you know, that's part of the Seven of Wands with this Hermit. It's like you, Aquarius, just kind of taking a minute and tapping in. You know, where are you being resistant to this? Where are you being impatient? Because the wheel's turning and there's this, like I said, this new illumination. It's like you coming into this alignment within yourself and this inner knowing that, like, the way, the path forward for you is different than what you thought it was originally. And so don't be afraid to ask for guidance on this. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance, because this isn't easy to make this shift. Not at all. And then the last two cards, I mean, I think it's interesting. You got Cities of Light and 10 Sisters of Light. And so I'm going to have to read, like... Again, I just think this ties in with the sun. This is like the illumination. This is the shift in your perspective, right? This is like the angels, like, illuminating a new path forward for you. Like, it's like an aha moment almost. It's like you realizing that all those things you were, like, seeking after before, like, all of a sudden you realize, like, that's not it. That's not where I want to go. There's my Kuan Yin, Master Kuan Yin. Let's do 10 Sisters of Light and take a look at card 33 here. It says, you're an advanced soul and have lived through many incarnations, shown your light through many different faces. Your soul has learned many skills in past lives, developed abilities and talents. And this lifetime is a culmination lifetime, in the sense that your soul's drawing together potencies developed over many lifetimes into unified expression. It's like drawing on the power of 10 sisters or more into your one current lifetime. Be prepared to grow and shine, beloved. So, I don't know, it's kind of a big reading, Aquarius. I don't think this is all going to just, like, unfold for you this week, but I think what the potential of this week is that you're getting a perspective that's perhaps new. And maybe what comes out of the Scorpio season is realizing that you're meant for more, and perhaps you've been resisting the shift, or perhaps you're not. Perhaps you're done resisting the shift. Perhaps you're wanting to get on board with this will and this Empress, right? And you're wanting to get on board with this higher elevated, because look, as soon as you start to live in that truth, think of all the possibilities that are going to open to you. My God, it's going to be, who knows? God only knows, right? So this is a definite, this is a time of change. This is a time of, we'll see. Whenever you have an eclipse, you know, it's a major energy. It always is. So, okay, that was your reading, Aquarius. I hope it helped somebody. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment, and I will see you guys next week. We'll be back. We will be into Sagittarius season. So brand new energy. Should be a lot lighter. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys on the flip side.